Okay, real quick, this video was supposed to be up yesterday, but unfortunately it got blocked worldwide because it had the Japanese trailer in it, which seems to happen a lot when I use the Japanese trailer. So at some parts of the video, a lot of the video actually, it's gonna be partially covered up by like an image of a youngster from Pokemon, obviously. I don't think it's too big of a deal. You can still see what's going on, and you'll still be able to hear what I have to say about everything. So sorry for the inconvenience, but without further ado, let's get into the video. What's up, guys? I'm Youngster Skaymore, and I'm back with another Pokemon Sun and Moon news update. This is the last of the old things that I have yet to cover, and after this, it'll be new information from here on out. So, I said this a million times, but I'm feeling incredibly busy lately, so sorry for not uploading very consistently. Hopefully I'll get back into it soon, but no promises. I really don't know. I'm just incredibly busy right now with a bunch of stuff, but no need to dwell on that. Also, we just reached 600 subs very recently, probably like earlier today as of recording this, maybe yesterday. I'm not exactly quite sure right when it happened, but that's amazing. I just thank you guys so much. That Q&A may come eventually. I'm not going to dwell on that. Let's just move on. Let's not talk about that. But seriously, guys, thank you so much. Anyway, today we're going to be watching that Japanese trailer that came out like 2 weeks ago. Probably more than that by now. And then one other like tiny thing that came out a few days ago. It's just like a small little video, but let's get right into the Japanese trailer to start off. So, not much new here, but actually, well, to start off, as you'll see in a second, we get a nice long look at Team Skull, including what appears to be their battle theme. Now, as I normally do, I'm going to be pausing this trailer a lot, so if you want, I'm sure if you watch this trailer on your own, you'll be able to listen to what I think is their battle theme, and I like it. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's pretty good. I like it much better than their like encounter theme, but as you can see, we'll actually apparently be double battling two of these guys at one point in the game, and they have a Haunter and a Drowsy, and it's even raining. So I'm guessing this is like a decent amount into the game since they have one of them has an evolved Pokemon, although they only have one each, so I don't know. But I like that it's raining. That's pretty cool. And like, we just see a lot. We're gonna see a lot of cool environments here. Like first we get this raining highway, then we get him standing on a car, then we get this thing, then we get this area, and this guy just dance. Why do they dance everywhere? This guy's dancing in the background. Then we got this guy dancing right now, talking to this old man, and this old probably trying to like steal something or other. I think there's a Delibird that you can spot right there. Yeah, it's a Delibird. I don't know what this guy's doing, but they're always dancing. I don't understand it. It doesn't make them look tough. It doesn't make them look like intimidating. I don't really get it. But whatever. I mean, like, with this is one thing, like a pose, but this, like, why do you do that every time you talk? This is gonna, honestly, I don't know if this is gonna bug me or if I'm just gonna laugh the whole time through. But and now we see Plumeria is just like stalking the main trainer here. She's gonna walk in. She looks like an interesting character. She's pretty tall, also. Obviously, I don't speak Japanese. I don't really know what they're saying here, so we're just gonna have to guess. I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could look it up and find the translations, but I don't think it's that important that we need to do that. And then she has a Golbat. At this point, I'm guessing you're probably about her multiple times, and she's an admin, I think she's been listed as. At this point, she has two Pokemon. One of them is a Golbat. Who knows what the others will be. There was actually one potential leak saying what her team would be, her final team, but I mean, there's no evidence to prove that leak or any of the other leaks that I haven't covered yet. So obviously, the only leaks I'll cover are ones that have some evidence pointing towards them. So if any of those leaks do get evidence pointing towards them, I will cover them, of course. But then we get this right here. I don't know where he is, but he's just Guzmo right here is just standing with like there's paint everywhere. Like it looks like there was a Splatoon match in the middle of this room, and Splatoon Pokemon crossover confirmed. I don't know. There's even like some paintballs over here on the left, if my eyes are not mistaking me. Maybe there's something else. I don't know. But is this their headquarters, or is this like some art museum that they're like stealing stuff from? I don't know. His sunglasses, by the way, kind of look like a sun and a moon a little bit. So nice little interesting thing there. And the girl on the left right here just looks terrified, and I think it's hilarious because she's not even looking at Guzmo. She's just looking at me. You're like, a little boy, what are we gonna do? But then this intimidating gangster guy is like the leader of a mob. Basically, it's just like causing trouble, and she's staring at me, terrified. But maybe she's scared for me. Maybe she's like, oh no, he might get hurt. But like she doesn't even take her eyes off me. And now she's gone. Where did she go? Whoa, she's right here. Oh no, she's still there, but she's facing the other way now. So I guess some time has passed. Now she's looking at the mob boss, and now she's almost definitely looking at the mob boss because he looks pretty freaky here. But yeah, apparently Guzma and the professor have some backstory. Hopefully, we'll learn more of that in the actual game. Hopefully, it's something they actually like dig deep into, because I don't really like when Pokemon like touches upon stuff like that and then doesn't ever really fully explain it or like elaborate on it. So hopefully they do. This is a pretty freaky battle pose. It looks kind of insane, this guy, to be honest. He only has 2 Pokemon, so we'll probably battle him multiple times as well, I have to think. And this is weird. He just sort of kneels behind, like, not kneels, he like crouches behind his Pokemon, like during battles, like when most trainers probably just stand there and stand behind them, and then he just like, he's like, get him, I get him, I guess. He's like, you get him, I guess. He doesn't actually like seem to care very much. So maybe this is probably early in the game. He's like, this guy's no threat to me. I'll let him win. It doesn't really matter. So he's only using 2 Pokemon. He's just crouching there. Maybe later in the game when like you're actually a threat and it's like you have 7 or 8 badges and you're taking down his evil team, he'll use like all his Pokemon. He'll be standing up and he'll be visibly much more angry instead of like, you know, chill how he appears to be here. But maybe he's just chill the whole time. That would just be kind of strange. But and now the rest of the trailer, there's not gonna be much more new stuff. The first like minute or so gives a lot of interesting new looks at Team Skull, but now we're just gonna see the new Pokemon, some of the new Pokemon that we already saw, such as Morlul, this grass and fairy type. Last time it used Spore, this time it used Sleep Powder, so kind of redundant to have both those moves, but whatever. Maybe you learn one first before the other. Spore is much better, obviously. Then we got another look at Wishy-Washy, the Pokemon that's just a water type and seems to not evolve, but it has this schooling form. And I already covered schooling, like what it does, so no need to just dwell on it. But this Wishy-Washy is level 27, and it said that schooling activates once a Pokemon gets to a certain level. So it seems that by the time Wishy-Washy is level 27, it will be able to use, its schooling ability will be able to activate it. It's not known if that's the minimum or if it can even be lower than that. But this is a level 31 Magazone versus a level 27 Wishy-Washy, and I think that was Hydro Pump, and it almost took it out in one shot. So that lends itself that sort of shows how powerful Wishy-Washy is, or Wishy-Washy's school form. And then this that was neutral when it got to red, and this is super effective, and it only gets it to yellow. But then since Wishy-Washy got below a certain amount of HP, the ability deactivates. So I don't know what that HP is. Maybe it's half HP. Maybe it's 1/3 HP. I don't know, but I don't imagine that this little Wishy-Washy will be able to stay alive for that much longer after losing its school form. And I don't get why they always do this like 4 squares thing. Like, it's not bad or anything, but it's just kind of unique, and it's just like, I don't know, it just seems kind of out of place. Like, I don't know why they do that every time, but nothing wrong with it, I guess. I like Wishy-Washy's the school form's eyes. I think they're very cool. And now we got another look at Pyukumuku. Again, not much more to say. This is actually a pretty good strategy, though, that it reveals, is you can use Pain Split with Pyukumuku, and you're pretty much, like, invincible, basically, because every time you use Pain Split, you have the same HP as them. Then they attack you. If they take you out, then they also die, because your ability, Enters Out, deals the same amount of HP that you had before you died to them. So that's, like, maybe set up some hazards, and then just keep using Pain Split, and then it'll be a trade, and then you also get hazards up. So that might be a pretty good idea. And we got, so it's actually also interesting because like you would think that you want to have high HP on Pyukumuku, right? So that when you're taken out, you'll do a lot of damage to the opponent. But however, with Pain Split, you might want to have low HP so that you can like have a lot of HP when he has like a little HP still, or like I don't know. So that I don't know if like I'm explaining that correctly. It's not really a big deal, but just a lot of interesting strategy that you could deploy there with Pain Split. And here we get a look at Alolan Meowth. Dark type, same abilities, not much different than Meowth from what we know, just different typing, and we don't know what its moveset will be, obviously, but we see it use a Payday here, so nothing new. But you can see that's level 7, so you can probably get this thing very early in the game, as it is said to be pretty common in Alola, and it's fighting a Trubbish, who is apparently in this region, to the excitement of some people, but probably to the disappointment of others. I don't know what exactly the ratio is, but I know Trubbish is not really a fan favorite, or at least Garbodor is not. And this is interesting. So here we see a standard Cubone evolving. In the last Japanese trailer, when we saw Alolan Exeggutor, we saw a regular Execute evolve into Alolan Exeggutor, and here we see what appears to be a regular Cubone evolve, but we don't see what it evolves into, but then we see a trainer send out Alolan Marowak. So it does appear that regular Cubone will evolve into Alolan Marowak, which seems pretty strange, because I think that's just weird that like a ground type that's just brown evolves into a fire and ghost type? Because it said that like Alolan Marowak adapted over time, but like why didn't Alolan Cubone adapt, and why does it just randomly change when it evolves? I think that's pretty strange. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just like showing that, but that Cubone actually evolved into a regular Marowak. But otherwise, I don't know why they would show it like that. I just think that's really weird. I really want Alolan Cubone. I just think that'd be strange if a regular Cubone evolved into a Alolan Marowak, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna get Alolan Cubone. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like if you caught your Cubone in Alola, then it will evolve into Alolan Marowak. If you caught your Cubone in previous games, it will evolve into regular Marowak, or maybe it's just any Cubone you evolve in this game will evolve into Alolan Marowak. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work. Then we get the same thing with Pikachu in about 5 seconds, or maybe a little more than that. But Leafeon, that's my favorite evolution. But we see Alolan Marowak burn that Leafeon instead of just using Super Effective Fire move. But then we see a regular Pikachu, we see it evolve, or starts to evolve, we don't see what it evolves into, and then a trainer sends out Alolan Raichu, which really should have Levitate. So there's a nice comparison there of those two. So same thing, is there going to be an Alolan Pikachu? I don't know. Is this going to be the generation when Ash evolves his Pikachu into an Alolan Raichu? Probably not, but who knows. There's a lot of, I haven't spoiled myself, but there's a lot of speculation about whether Ash is going to win the Kalos League this time. It's already known if he does or not. I just haven't spoiled myself. Either I don't even watch the anime, but I can watch it one day. So who knows? Maybe this will be the last season with Ash, and they'll start a new season with someone else. Probably not, but it's possible. Anyway, yeah, I guess the case with Pikachu is the same case as with Cubone and Execute. But I mean, we see there's a Alolan Vulpix and a Alolan Sandshrew, so I kind of wish there was, especially a Alolan Cubone. I really want. Like, I could understand an electric-type standard Pikachu evolving into an electric fairy Raichu, but a ground-type Cubone evolving into a fire and ghost Marowak, that just seems strange to me, but whatever. And then I think that's pretty much it for this trailer. We just see, a Alolan Raichu surfing around, having fun. There is a Pikachu that can learn Surf that you could get from an event. So if you can maybe bring that Pikachu into these games, I don't know if it would evolve into regular Raichu or Alolan Raichu, but I really want to see an Alolan Raichu use Surf because it just totally, would nail Surf, because it has its own personal surfboard. But anyway, there's one more thing that I want to show you guys really quickly. A few days ago, this footage came out. It's very unimportant. We're not going to go through the whole thing because it's just boring. But it debuted this little side quest thing you can do, where this guy, you'll talk to him, and so Pyukumuku, it said that Pyukumuku sit on the beach and they find a spot that's comfortable and they never leave that spot, and then sometimes they just starve to death because they never leave that spot. So you talk to this guy, he's like, oh, the locals don't like, or maybe it's the tourists don't like all these Pyukumuku sitting around. So your job is to, run around, get these Pyukumuku, and throw them back into the water where they can get food. And it's pretty strange minigame, but there's 6 of them here, and then at the end you get paid. For some reason there's no music playing this whole time. I don't know why. Maybe that was just for the demonstration. I feel like there would be music. I don't know why there wouldn't be. But, yeah, it seems just like a regular minigame, and it's, or not minigame, it's, not regular either. This is a pretty weird thing, I mean, we've had, I guess, somewhat similar stuff, like the bug catching stuff, but this just seems kind of boring, just running around getting Pyukumuku, but whatever. And then you get paid at the end of it, and you think you get paid a lot. You get 20,000 Pokédollars. That's a ton for just doing that for, 1 minute. And, the dialogue, I think, hints that it's, a daily activity, so, because he's I think he says, I wonder how many Pyukumuku there will be tomorrow. So maybe you can do it every day, and you get a different amount of money depending on how many there are. But $20,000 Pokédollars, that's ridiculous for doing that for 1 minute. So it seems like money might be a little bit easier to come by in this game. But I don't know if this game will just be side quest will just be broken compared to the rest of the stuff where you can get money, or if they will just be everything will cost more and money will be more accessible. I don't know, but I mean I can't imagine them changing the prices of Pokeballs or potions or anything like that at this point in the Pokemon series. But who knows? Who cares? It's just a little side quest thing. Good for raking up cash, but obviously not that important. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, like I said, that I haven't been able to upload a lot recently. I've got incredibly busy with football and summer reading because I have so much work to do and school starts very soon. I'm not looking forward to it, guys. I don't want to go back to school. But whatever, I gotta. So, thanks for watching. Seriously, thank you so much for those of you who subscribe and watch a lot of my videos. I appreciate it so much. I'm at 600 subs. That's crazy to me. That's just insane. Thank you all so much. If you want, you can comment, and subscribe. I don't want to ask for too much. But anyway, next time there's news, I'll try to cover it right away. Hopefully I can. I need to get back into uploading. There should be a video up tomorrow. Should be part of Pokemon Red. Now that I'm caught up on news, I can start uploading other stuff. And until then, I will see you guys next time.